we are back together again. And it's all over but the crying.
Get the cry towels ready.
Yep.
Okay, so tonight we're going to have some live election coverage. Oscar, our man in the field, he's at a polling place right now. We're going to have him call in a little bit. If anybody else wants to call in and give us some results, please call 312-738-1060 or hit us on the cell, 708-280-6053. If it's okay, we'll read it. If it's not okay, we ain't reading it on the air. If it's slightly dirty, we'll read it. Anybody want to bust on Madigan tonight? All right? Let me tell you something. I love voting. Everybody in my house votes. Me, my wife, all my children vote. The grandkids are getting near that age already. I'm not that old, though. The grandkids are getting near that age, and they're interested, but, you know, what do you tell them? You can't vote. You're not old enough. Every one of my children vote. They don't all live with me, but they know that that's important to me, so it should be important to them. Ever since they were kids, the minute they turned 18, I made sure they went out and voted, got their voter's card and all that stuff. Meantime, all the ads depicting Mike Madigan as
Millionaire Mike?
Well, Millionaire Mike, but he's got to be the devil. They depict him as the devil. I met Mike Madigan a number of times. Great guy, good man, politician. You know what? He's smart.
That's because you know he's looking in tonight on us.
Mike, if you're watching, Sabatino's, baby. I know you like to eat there. I love to eat there.
Can I invite him to the AMD?
Yeah, come on, meet us, Mike. We meet upstairs. We don't sit with the riffraff, you know, in a regular restaurant. We go upstairs. Anyways, Mike Madigan, not a bad guy. They beat the. There's no other way to say it. They beat the crap out of
HE
him.
double hockey sticks.
That's hell. You can say hell. Oh. They beat the crap out of them in commercials. If every politician, it seems like every politician was in his pocket. I don't care what side you were, red, blue, green, everybody, according to the commercials, he's the Antichrist, Mike Madigan. Is he really? Or is he just smarter than all the rest of you peoples? Man, it's so hard to keep a straight face sometimes. Anyways, right now Dan's looking up election results.
Yeah.
Actually, he's probably serving porn. I'm just not saying it. Okay, what do we got going on? Any states that are fully done yet?
No. Well, yes.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll back to that.
He's rolling.
Yeah. So, right now it is Trump 60, Electoral College votes, Clinton 44.
From the states reporting.
From the states reporting now. Basically what's in blue, what's a solid blue is what Clinton has. What's a solid red is what Trump has. The light red and the light blue are still in play. So Florida right now is 49-48%, depending where it's coming from. And this is basically where the voting is. Miami-Dade, Orlando, Tampa. That's how that one works. Let's go back. So basically that's where it's sitting right now. The electoral, that's the electoral vote. And the overview, Trump has Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina. I'm trying to figure out how to work this. Alabama. Clinton has Delaware and District of Columbia. Indiana, Kentucky are Trump. Maryland and Massachusetts are Clinton. And New Jersey, Clinton. Chris Christie, you didn't do your job. Although that's pretty...
well, they had Bruce Springsteen come out and sing for her.
Well, no, this
Bon
is...
Jovi,
but
you know.
according to this, New Jersey's going for Clinton, which it probably will, but Trump has 60% of the vote to Clinton's 37%.
All right, so that just don't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Tomorrow morning is when we know.
Oklahoma, where the sky is blue and the winds come flowing off the plain.
And sheep are sheep, and they're scared of men, farmers.
Is Trump. South Carolina, Trump. Tennessee, Trump. Texas. We just had Texas just switch to red. But Vermont is Clinton, and West Virginia is Trump. As you can tell, polls have not closed in Wisconsin or Wyoming.
So what affects us with the presidential election? Really? Well, she could be a whatever and take transportation money away, federal transportation money away from motorcycling.
The problem is Bill Clinton signed a few executive orders when he was leaving the office that were, detrimental to motorcycling.
Well, maybe she'll be pissed off at him enough still because of Monica to throw it the other way for us.
Well,
Bill, you know what? You did the gun ban. You also did Monica. We're unbanning stuff.
I did hear on the news last night that if Hillary Clinton wins, she's going to have Attorney General Loretta Lynch.
Janet Reno.
No.
Oh.
Loretta Lynch serve Bill with divorce papers tomorrow.
That would be awesome.
I heard that on TV last night. So of course it's got to be true.
All the Madigan ads are got to be true.
I mean, they told me the Cubs won the World Series, so.
They actually did.
Really?
Go Cubs. All right, I'm not a Cubs fan. I'm a Sox fan, but I'm a baseball fan. Congratulations, Chicago Cubs, by the way. We're still waiting for Oscar to phone in and Mrs. Jones to phone in.
Also, Danny is supposed to be calling. He's taking care of Lake County and McHenry County for us.
Yes, we're voting for Shapiro up in McHenry County, too.
Yes.
Because those votes will tally and carry over to Cook County mysteriously. But what I did hear on the radio, and this is the funniest thing, Donald Trump said, or his campaign said, that somebody went in to vote somewhere and they voted a complete Republican ticket, and when they sent it through, the machine, it turned into a Democratic ticket. Really? Come on, you guys are grasping at straws.
And if you want to go with the Senate race, we have Tammy Duckworth leading with 50% of the vote to 45% for Mark Kirk.
Does it say how many precincts?
1%.
Oh, forget it.
So
on the radio they declare her the winner. Which, if she wins, I got to tell you, Rod Blagojevich is going to be so damn happy that his progeny, won a race. Okay? Seriously, I like Mark Kirk. I like Tammy Duckworth, but I like Mark Kirk. So, that's it.
And
I'm not telling you who I voted for, though.
Now
with the judges, in Cook County, we had some stupid things going on with judges.
We have to retain the judges.
Be retain all or get rid of them all. Me, I only picked the Irish. I picked a couple that were Spanish and Irish, and every Italian on the ballot. Everybody else, forget it. Didn't vote for you. So don't look for my support. Yes, sir?
Okay, so now we finally Cook County is releasing some of their votes.
Okay.
So in the state's attorney race, Kim Foxx has 62%. Karen Yarborough has 100% of the votes for recorder of deeds. Yeah, she was running on a post.
Can we scroll down to a
this
clerk
is right here.
Or a circuit court, or is
that
in there?
18 precincts reporting out of 1,599 precincts.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still early.
No, there's not 1,599 precincts in Cook County, is there?
1,599, yeah. How many do you think are in the city of Chicago? How many precincts are in Elmwood Park? Was that counted as one? So anyway, Dorothy Brown has a slim lead, 5,707 votes to 4,468 for Diane. Diane, basically, Karen Yarborough, who has nobody running against her, has like 8,000 votes. So you're talking in the Kim Foxx race, Diane has almost 800 or 900 votes more than the guy that was running against Kim Foxx.
How do you like that one?
So, of course, Diane, you know we're there for you. It's going to be what it's going to be. I mean, it's not like, you know, oh, Trump got another state. It's now, oh, that's the House. Never mind.
Yeah, you know what? I want to look at go back to the House. There's a few House races that we were watching because that does affect us also.
Right. So we got to select a state. Where would you like to look?
I'd like to look in Illinois first.
Okay.
Because I like Illinois.
Okay.
Starts with an I. Just
Yeah.
so you know.
I'm just trying to roll it down here. Oh, went too far.
Oh, you just press the letter I, and it'll come right up.
It comes up Indiana. Okay. Well, Dan Lipinski is declared the winner in the 3rd congressional.
What about Gutierrez?
Gutierrez has been declared the winner in the 4th. Of course,
Hell of a golfer,
he's running unopposed, and he's running unopposed.
Well, Louis, we didn't vote for you, but we knew you were going to win anyways. The minute you walked out the door and voted for yourself, you were shoo-in.
Adam Kinzinger
I have a question. Maybe
and
you can
John
answer this.
Shimkus.
Maybe you cannot.
Yes, sir.
If you're running unopposed and nobody cast a vote, do you still win by acclamation? How does that work? Does anybody know? Call us, 312-738-1060. If a person is running unopposed, the election happens, nobody votes for that person, not even himself. Does he still win that seat? That's an interesting question, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how my mind goes when I think of politics. And we were getting all the Indiana election stuff on our TV.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, come on, Indiana, stay in Indiana. You want Kent TV in Indiana? Call Omari, he'll set it up for you.
Really? In the 8th congressional district, you guys have seen that commercial for Raja.
Yeah.
Or Raj, or whatever.
How's he doing?
He's actually losing.
Really?
Pete DeCiani has 76% to... Oh, just changed. Now see, that's with 2% reporting. 1% reporting was one way. Now it's going the other way with 2%.
Raja.
Yeah.
He's another Blagojevich.
But you know what's funny? It was showing red originally. Now it's blue.
Well, yeah, it's going to keep changing as they come in.
Yeah.
You know, when they send everything electronically, doesn't that go through the computer system and send it out?
I'm sure it does.
Shimkus? We good?
Yeah. Well, he's running unopposed. So is Adam Kinzinger.
He's a youngster, Kinzinger, isn't he?
Yeah.
How about Penny Rhodes? Is she winning?
Well, we haven't heard anything here yet.
Okay.
That's down south, Darren LaHood.
How about the Senate? Illinois Senate race? Anybody interested? I am. All of these people that we're mentioning tonight, most of them are friends of ours, friends of A.B.A.T.E.
Right.
Motorcycle friendly.
It's still 1% reporting.
Okay, so that's really lame anyways then.
Yeah, because it's Tammy Duckworth. They're saying it's leaning towards her because she has 50% of the vote right now, of the votes cast.
Open that up.
So that's 39.
Oh.
No, it's not going to...
Okay, go back.
Yeah.
So
So it's basically, she has 39,000 votes counted right now, and Kirk has 35,000.
and there's two other running.
And there's 2 other people running.
Okay, and they're pulling almost 4,000 votes. The other two?
Yeah.
The other two candidates running in that race from at Mark Kirk's seat, they pulled 4,000 votes. 4,000 votes could be a victory for one of the other two.
Yes.
Indiana, I don't care about. How about Missouri?
Missouri.
No, I really don't care about Missouri.
Okay.
They took their helmets away. If you're riding through Missouri, you don't have to wear a helmet. I didn't. I got away with it. I did for like 20 minutes and couldn't stand it. Remember, we're not anti-helmet. We're anti-helmet law. Anti-law, period.
Right.
We are above the law.
Marco Rubio did win in Florida. Rand Paul won in Kentucky.
Yeah. Debbie, same question I asked before we even came in the studio. Debbie wants to know, how could they declare a winner, presidential, 5 minutes after the polls close in Illinois? Debbie, it's Illinois, babe. We do whatever we want here. We do whatever we want in Illinois. So when they say this is how it works, that's how it
They're
works.
actually not declaring anybody a winner.
Yeah,
right
they
here.
they did not. But what they're saying, because I was
Well,
listening.
what they're saying is Hillary
It's-
won Illinois.
Right, it's her home state, blah, 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 she should win it. It's not her home state. Maybe she was born here. She don't vote here. She votes in New York.
That was the other thing they were talking about was
Hope that answered your question.
they had all her friends, Hillary's friends there, and evidently the press people got to him, Hillary's press people got to him and gave him specific talking points and said, you guys can only answer questions this way. Because
Really?
every friend they went to, it was the same exact answer. Marianne Ahern on Channel 5 was saying that.
I like that Marianne Ahern.
Now,
Ooh, Marianne.
she also mentioned
We'll
that,
get you on CanTV, babe.
Penny Pritzker
Pritzker, I know the name. Yeah.
is talking about running for governor against Bruce Rauner.
Really?
Well, she's Secretary of Commerce right now.
Big deal.
Well, again, you know,
So,
yeah,
forget all of that.
yeah,
Here's what I want to talk about now.
okay.
Money. Can we find something on here that tells us how much money these politicians have spent just to sit in an office for 4 years and hopefully get elected for the next four?
More
after
than
that?
more than they're getting paid.
$1 billion. That's what I was told earlier. $1 billion on ads, because damn, I'm telling you, there are more ads than you can imagine. I'm running for president of Chicago chapter of A.B.A.T.E. I need money in my slush fund. I don't even have a slush fund. My slush fund's my own money. So send us some money for my presidential campaign. My manager right here, he'll be happy to take it. Right?
Yes,
All right.
just make out the checks to me.
Yeah, me.
So I went back to ME,
Okay.
ME.
We're back to
Looking
County
back
races?
at county race with Diane, it looks like it's just basically staying the same.
okay. But how many reporting? Just 114 right now.
114, yes,
Okay. And they do report electronically.
right.
But even if the electronic results go out, there still could be a few here and there that
and
are
the
not
other
counted.
point is you don't know where these votes are coming from either.
Correct. I mean, these
You
could
know.
be the west side, south side, east side, north side,
Yeah,
all the collar suburbs, because it is Cook County,
right,
and there are a lot of suburbs in Cook County. Believe you me, I know.
right. But yeah, it's only 114 precincts of, so that's not even 1%.
If Diane wins, what I understand was you were going to come here in a thong and have Omari sit on your lap while we gave the victory kiss to Diane. That's
I
just
was
what I
gonna wear
heard.
a thong,
Yeah,
you're gonna
no,
wear a thong.
You got it right.
No, it was you're gonna wear the
No,
thong.
they just heard you say that you were going to wear it. What other results we got coming in?
That's it.
Oh, what about see if we could find that road bill,
Oh, okay.
the Illinois roads,
Yeah.
not penny roads or Ron roads, the roads that you drive on. Like that?
Yeah.
Put a plug for the guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's time for Oscar to be calling in. Think we should try to raise him up on the phone.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
All right, let's try this lady first. Let's see what the polls are
Well,
doing.
you know what? Why don't I go out there and do the phone so they can actually call in on the line, because that's probably where Oscar's calling.
Really? I don't see no lines lit up, so you can see them. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. This is Mrs. Jones. We are live on CanTV, and we're looking for some election results if you have them, or predictions, or some lies.
Well, it's darn cold out here. This wind picked up and I'm freezing.
What are you
folks
wearing?
are out dead. Been trying to call you and watch a TV show at the same time, but actually some voters just got done casting their ballots, because as long as you're in line by 7 o'clock, they have to let you vote, and you know yourself it's a long ballot.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Well, I'm wearing a big fuzzy coat and some warm socks. I don't know about you.
Are there
Talked to a few people coming out of the polling place. It really they really want to change. They were talking about Diane Shapiro, and they'd like a new face in there and some new ideas, and hopefully Diane gets it because everybody I talked to seemed to cast a vote for.
I even wrote her in for president.
Well, that's good, but that's not the office she's running for.
Damn it.
I was hoping to get a hold of Oscar. I know he's out on the street, too, at a couple different polling places tonight.
Yes, he is.
Can't get a call through to him, but then again, his phone may be dead.
Well, he might be at a victory party somewhere, so we're going to toss it back to our live studio, and thank you for calling in, even though we called you.
I'm going to warm up now. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
so here.
That was Mrs. Jones, our
It says,
secretary.
in order for a legislatively referred constitutional amendment to win in Illinois, it must be approved by at least 60% of those voting,
Okay, so that's the amendment for the transportation taxes.
or by a majority of those who cast a ballot for any office in that election.
Okay, so that basically contradicted itself.
Yeah.
Oscar chiming in here. Oscar, look at this, I just called somebody. How do you do this damn phone? Okay, Oscar says he's got no reception. It's very loud where he's at. Oscar, can you hear us?
He must be in the, he must be at the Diane Shapiro victory party.
We're going to try to get him on the line here. All right? Let's see what we can do. Oscar, we're going to try to call you back. Hopefully you can get through. And now, Oscar with the election report. What do we got so far? All right. Everything's still stagnant, I see.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Okay, so results are not coming in. We can't get a hold of Oscar. He probably can't see the phone, but or hear it. You know, right now, he's probably dancing with Diane or popping bottles of champagne, or he's either got a cry towel and everybody's crying. So we don't know. We can't get a hold of him. Oscar, keep going. Give us a live report as soon as you can. Anybody else that we have out in the polls that you can think of? Wasn't Chubby the Chuba up there up north?
Yeah. Well, you got the guy that's 60 running around too.
Oh yeah. Well, Andy, yes, Andy, our 60-year-old activities director, he's running around like nuts tonight. We got Ski out there somewhere. God knows where he's at. He's, you know what? He's probably in a bar doing an old style.
Yeah.
Him and John. Sleepy, you're supposed to be in the polling places telling us the results, talking to people. What else we got for any changes yet?
No changes yet.
Okay. So it is almost 8 o'clock. Polls closed at 7. The rules are if you're standing in line at 7 o'clock in Illinois when the polls close, you're still allowed to vote. Now,
Wisconsin, you will not get results till after 8.
okay, so
Nevada, you won't get results till after 9.
so let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
There's 30 people outside standing in line.
Yes, sir.
Polls close.
Yes, sir.
And this may be a question for Mrs. Jones because she's the one of the oldest, not age-wise, but
Alaska won't be till after 12 a.m.
okay. Now, they're waiting in line. Does somebody come out and say, "Okay, you're the last vote,"
No, no,
and
no.
they turn people away, or can
No,
people
anybody
keep
that's
coming
in line
up?
outside the door, they have to let them in.
So people could just keep coming up to vote. Get off your asses. If you're watching this, run to a polling place.
No, no. What it is yeah, basically what
Something
it
just
is,
changed to blue in Delaware and District of Columbia.
yeah, that's just bringing in.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, I'm listening.
But anyway, no, what it is basically the judge comes out and says, okay, everybody's got to go in, and locks the door. At 7 o'clock, the door is locked.
That I do know.
Nobody can come in after that.
Okay,
So if they're in line, they have to be inside, in line.
what if there's no room? My polling place was a barber shop. It wasn't even half as big as this studio, and people were there. I couldn't bring more than 6 people in. If there were 30, what
Then
do I
they
do?
would have to get the police officer that's not assigned to polling places anymore
Right.
and make them go to the end of the, that's what we used to do, make them go to the end of the line and stand out there and
I
wait
don't miss
for
it,
people to
folks.
complain.
I do not miss, I miss the politics of it all,
Yeah.
but I don't miss those long days. Up at 5, out running around, putting up signs, taking down signs, stealing people's signs,
Well,
crushing people's
and
signs.
you know what? It's funny because social media and all that stuff today, there was nobody at the polling place. Nobody passing out palm cards or anything. And I mean, it might just be everybody figured out they already know what's going on, and
I never minded doing that. I never
No.
minded standing outside a polling place because I knew all the people in my precinct,
Right.
and it was good to see them come out. Then I got to figure out who didn't come out, you
Right.
know, and I'd go by and ask them why. A couple of days later, when we're doing stuff, I'd stop in and say, Mrs. Murphy, how come you didn't come out to vote? She forgot. She didn't have a ride. They all knew to call us. Me and the helpers in my precinct always had phones. Call us. You need a ride? We sent a car for you. So.
But it's getting so they're trying to get away from the people aspect of it. It's
You're going to be voting online pretty soon.
yeah,
I guarantee
exactly.
it.
Well, I mean, either that or you're going to be voting for 3 months.
Right.
And look at early voting.
Yeah, there's no secure way to vote online.
No.
Believe me, they can say it's secure. It is not. Okay, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. This just in from the front. Can't talk. It's too loud here. Don't forget that they have already counted the early votes, and that's how they're coming up with the numbers. That's from I forget how many years she served. How many years did you serve as a judge of election, Mrs. Jones? Shoot me a number.
Probably longer than she was secretary for A.B.A.T.E.
Oh, way longer. She started out when she was 18, 16, 17, like me, working the polls. They're frickin' red and blue pen, crossing off who came to vote. Then you got the precinct captain and everybody else looking in the window, asking you what's going on. Mrs. Jones, how many years were you a judge of election? Tell us how many years you were a judge of election. Okay. Yeah, we both started out young. My first vote was the best. I voted in the machine. Does anybody know what the machine is? Everybody says, oh, the Chicago machine. You know what the machine is because you're an old guy.
Who did we give the sample ballot one to? Do we give it to Bose?
I think so.
Yes. What happened was you would have it was a machine that you would go into. You'd throw the arm, and the curtains closed behind you.
Yep.
Then you would click
Yeah,
on
all these little levers.
all these little levers. Then when you pulled it back, it reset.
And it sent the results.
And there were little wheels inside the machine that if you had a magnet set up to certain ones, you could. That's how Kennedy won.
She was a judge of election for over 30 years, Mrs. Jones. So let me tell you something. Judge of election, that's a long ass day, and you get paid for it, and you can get paid very well if you go to the school and do all the training. Again, do it. You want to get involved? That's a perfect way to start. I started, like I said, by crossing off names of people that came to vote, taking that hard card in, give it to the alderman, and say, here's who voted, here's who didn't in this precinct, blah, blah, blah. That's what I was
Okay,
in
360 precincts reporting. And it's a little bit tighter
on the clerk?
on the clerk. Yes. 12,000 vote difference.
Okay, well, you can make that up because that's not even a third of the precincts reporting.
No.
Okay, so
500's a third, and it's only 360
there we go.
of 1,500 precincts.
Come on, Diane. Even though you're trailing a little right now, that's not much when it comes down to it.
Well, what's really interesting is when you look at the numbers, and we'll flip.
You're in.
There we are. The fact that Kim Fox, who's a Democratic candidate, has 126,000, and Dorothy Brown has only 112. So basically, she's down 14,000 votes. She's down 14,000. She's down 14,000 votes from Kim Fox. Dorothy Brown is. So that's 14,000 people who are actually voted for Diane.
Not bad.
So
what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping up.
Yep.
Next week on the show, we will bring you all the results. You'll be crying already by the time we get them to you, but we'll have them all ready. So, from all of us here at Chicago A.B.A.T.E, remember, not Wednesday, but the following Wednesday is our meeting over at the brewery on the 16th. Make sure you're there. The December meeting is going to be on the 14th of December. The second Wednesday, not the third.
And we're out. Good night.